Hi, I'm Ted from Everything Attachments, and we're here today with our land leveler, which we've been making for years. We've constantly been making upgrades on this, so we want to show you. Travis is working on our new website, so it will show our stuff in the most upgraded form instead of what you're looking at on our website currently, which most everything is out of date. Everybody that's purchasing, and we do appreciate it, is getting more than they think they're getting, as we've made lots of improvements on almost everything that's coming out the door, and we just want to catch you up to date on one by one as we can. This is our land leveler we're currently building. This is what anybody has received in the last 5 or 6 months or so. Will be this exact same version with all of these updates, even if you bought it 6 months before that and had to wait and didn't pay or anything for any of these upgrades, which really we haven't really added to the price. But we've just added feature after feature after feature that you're not going to get on other brands. You know, they say that a copy is supposed to be flattery, and we've seen a lot of what looks similar to our products from 50 feet coming around on the internet. Seems to be a lot of it coming out of China. But when it comes down to a real EA attachments product versus what looks like an attachment that we build from 50 feet are just two different things. And I'm going to point out best I can the things that we do, and the things I'm showing you pretty much transition over to almost every product we make in the same manners. For instance, the 4x4 1/4 inch that we use, and you can tell a lot of the thickness on how wide that radius is. When you see a tight corner, it's going to be thin metal. When you see a big long radius like that, you know you've got some meat there. Typically that radius will be double what the thickness of the metal is. So that's a very nice big wide radius. That's a 1/4 inch piece of steel in there, 4x4. These bottoms, and I'm going to show you one and it's flat. As you can see, things like these welds back here, what are they? Well, they're the continuation of what's up in the front here. Come on in here for just a minute, Nate. This is what's connecting the front to the back tube. We even bend a 90 in this to give it super strength for the left and right for the whole thing, because these vary from 5 feet to 8 feet. This is a 7-foot version, 84 inch. You've got a thick bar up here welding this solid that we form in-house and is fitted. All of this is indexed. And all of this is 50 grade steel, not A36 mild steel. Of course, the cutting edges are American-made vault cutting edges. We put extra long gussets to make sure that these sides stay rigid. These sides are 87 pounds a piece, and I'm going to show you what this is an unpainted one, and it doesn't have the wear plate on it. As you can see, the holes are in this for the wear plate. Ah, God, this thing's heavy. This is 1/4 inch, and all this is cut. It kind of looks like a spider. We fold all the sides in and make a weld instead of just wrapping a thin rim around it. This thing is a whole 1/4 inch. Just this piece alone is 87 pounds. And that's on each side, of course, with a runner underneath here for wear. Is 3/8 thick that can be replaced with these hardened bolts. Okay, to go back to the blade mounts, the majority of everyone is using either a piece of angle iron or a piece of flat steel, usually A36, that's formed into an equal angle iron. And just like Lampride has holes on both sides. I've used a lot of these, and as you'll see, the front edge of this is short, like what an angle iron would be, and the backs are much longer. It's a full 3/8 thick. Each one of these runners, in this particular being an 84, is 87 pounds per piece. That's without the cutting edge or the bolts. The piece I'm going to show you goes in our smallest land plane, but it's simply so I can pick it up. So if you come over here, Nate, you can see the short side here. That's what's going to go for the cutting edge. And then this longer side, the reason it's longer is simply to make it strong as an ox. To this date, as sure as I say this, we'll get one torn up by a 150 horsepower tractor today. But to this date, I've never seen one of these bent. You see that full 3/8 there? I don't know of anybody's that's not using 3/16 or quarter. These back holes on here, you could put a flat piece of steel on here if you wanted for back dragging, but this actually hangs down low enough for me that every time that I've wanted to use it, it worked perfectly without it. You also can see that underneath the cutting edge, you know, a lot of people want adjustable, and I get it, but the only thing it should be adjustable for is for wear. So, and a lot of people, when they're putting something as thin as 3/16 on here, they'll put a 1/2 inch cutting edge on there and rely on the cutting edge being the strength. But you're going to start wearing that cutting edge from day one. So you're going to wear 1.5 inches off the cutting edge, and then you're going to move it on an EA from the top hole to the bottom hole, wear it another inch. Then after that, you're going to flip it, repeat. You got 4 different adjustments of wear. At that point, the center of your cutting edge is that big, needs to be thrown away. But we're not relying on the cutting edge being the strength from day one or the last day you throw it away. When it comes to the ripper shanks, this has got our patented easy adjust shank in it. It's got a machined AR 450 hard ox tooth on it there. So from day one, the point is down and you're gonna get the maximum cutting. It's got these extra ridges to break up the clods and so forth. Anything in your gravel driveway, or if it were on a box blade, it's got the same thing. They're easy to adjust. You simply pull the pin out of the back, let this come, do whatever it is you want to do, fit it back in the hole, insert your thing, and you're done. It's just so much better than those little lynch pins, not really the lynch pins, the hair pins that you can't get your finger into and end up with bleeding knuckles. This is way better. And that hand grip that's patented, it's awesome. Instead of trying to hold on to something that's dirty, you can't really get a hold of anything and it's trying to fall the whole time that you're working on it. So we even put you a chain on it so you can't lose your pin. We do a little bit of everything at Everything Attachments to make your life easier and my life easier, because I don't get the calls of all the broken stuff. I get a few things that come up, but usually it's nothing compared to what it would be if we sold standard equipment. To give you an idea of some of the extra things that we do here at Everything Attachments, if you look here, not only will you see the welds come through the tube that are this piece here, and this was done in our tubing laser, you're also in the main tube, you're going to see these come right through here. And then this right here is one of the 3 supports for the pin that go in the category 1, 2, which are quick hitch 4 category 1, 2. That's a custom pin we make in-house for the right widths of this. I've seen a lot of other attachments, including just like a bush hog rotary cutter. They're using a category 1, 2 pin similar to like we have that comes from China, that's like a no-grade pin. And what I don't see how they're getting away with is a lot of the implements I look at, they don't have a center support. So yes, it's supported on this end, it's supported on this end, but I don't know why the category 2 isn't going to end up on the category 1. And if you pull in the middle of that, it's got to be weaker than with a center support. So we've gone the extra trouble to make a special pin that allows us to put this center in. And what we've also done is, you can see this comes through the back, and so I brought the pieces over here. These are actually hard ox. They slide right down into the tube after it's through the tubing laser. They dead. Same here. They've got to be in position. They've got to be in line. There's no more, I don't fit your quick hitch or whatever. These Hardox plates and this laser are within a thousandth of an inch, and there's little room for error here, and that helps everybody. It comes prepared, ready with your bottom hole for your quick attach with your bushing. It has your category 1 here, your category 2 here, which all matches everything for category 1 and 2 on your bushing here, and then everything for your tractor as it gets bigger to what pin size you may have. Every piece of this rear is Hardox. We do put this screw right here just so you can't accidentally shear your fingers off. That would be really bad. But it's this easy to adjust. You simply put it in, slide your thing in, you're done. And none of this is pre-tested. I haven't moved that until you just saw me move that. When you take all of this together with 18, this thing has grown from 11 inches to 13 inches. Now it's at 18 and a half. The length has also grown considerably because we run our blades on about an 11-degree angle. Everybody else, there's a few I've seen add a little more than 5, but 5 degrees seems to be what everybody as a basic uses, and it works more like a standard blade. The more you angle it, the more it tries to cut like a knife instead of just drag over it. So we've done everything we can do to make this the best land plane on the market. It's not a cheap land plane. It's definitely not the most expensive, but I think it is the best. At Everything Attachments, we want the best attachments on the planet. It's that simple. We want to send them out one time. We don't want to see them again. We want your grandkids to use them 100 years from now. Thanks for supporting Everything Attachments. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to email us.